Welcome to another snack review from Firearms 101. Today we'll do some meat. The meat review. Got me buffalo bobs. I got chipotle garlic flavored beef buffalo. Got wild boar. Barbecue flavored jerky, and then kangaroo. I'll save that for last. Let's do the least exotic. Oh, and then honey habanero garlic rougarou beef jerky. Where is this made? Oh, Altoona, PA. I'll do that last. I'll start with the buffalo. And I got a little Diet Mountain Dew to cleanse the palate. Got my little assistant here. Alright, buffalo with my knife from Tardisius. I check. Okay, brought to you by Cat Butt. There you go. Just for you. Okay, we're looking at the Buffalo Bob's chipotle and garlic flavored chopped and formed. Ingredients: beef, buffalo, salt, brown sugar, spices, chipotle pepper, garlic powder, and celery powder. It definitely smells very smoky, garlicky. Has a texture of like a Slim Jim without the casing. A little bite to it. I smell the garlic. I don't taste the garlic. It's a little sweet. Now the flavor is kind of tapering off, but the bite from the chipotle pepper is still there. It's good though. And these are mainly a novelty. You can probably buy and get more with pure beef jerky, but you know, these are good, even though they're mostly beef, and it's a novelty, and I like it. Commercially, you know, it's made to be very beef-like because that's what people are familiar with. So it doesn't throw people off. It reminds me of a story that involves this thing right here. How does beef jerky relate to a story about a bottle opener? Back in 1993, I was on deployment, and during the winter holiday break, we stopped in Greece, and it was a Greek island. It wasn't mainland Greece, and the detachment was allowed to have a party. So my detachment was 24 people, 4 pilots, 24 maintenance. So 24 of us were able to book a local restaurant to have a party. You know, it included food, beer, and soft drinks for people who don't drink. We went to this place, this bar. It wasn't like sectioned off just for us, but there was like a little side area with pool tables and stuff where they set some tables up for us and had a buffet of food. They only had 1 or 2 bottle openers, and this was one of them. And they would bring out these buckets with the beer in them, and so people would open their beer and set this back down. Well, towards the end of the night, people were kind of slowing down, and this was just laying on the table, just sitting there. And I went to go open one of the last few beers, and I was talking to somebody, and either subconsciously or intentionally, I was pretty tipsy. This ended up in my pocket. I think this is a brand of German beer, but again, we were in Greece, so whatever beer that is. So this ended up coming home with me, and here it is. But that's not why I told you the story. The buffet that we had were like, they had these sausages and they had hamburgers. They had hamburger patties, or what looked like hamburger patties, but it was made out of like sheep meat or goat meat or something. And some of my shipmates they took one bite and they're like, ooh, they weren't expecting it. And and I ate it first bite I had, and I was like, yeah, this does taste a little bit off, but it wasn't unpleasant. It was just different. It had a little gaminess to it, but some of the guys that I was in the detachment with, they weren't too fond of the taste, so more for me. I ended up eating about half of that little buffet thing of hot dog and sausages. So that's how that relates. So let's dig into the wild boar. That's the next least exotic. I tell you, it's well packaged, that's for sure. All right, this smells like teriyaki. So it's barbecue flavored jerky. Hey, the first ingredient is wild boar. Beef, salt, spices, brown sugar, blah, 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 onion powder, garlic powder. But it smells like teriyaki. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. Again, it has the consistency of like a Slim Jim. Oh, real good smoky aroma. I like it. I like the flavor. But again, the texture, you wouldn't bite into this blindfold and think, oh, that's wild boar. No. Keep this for a light snack later. Yeah, I like that smokiness. Break into the kangaroo. Oi! Kangaroos are of what species? Family? Marsupials. Same as opossums. Opossums are marsup because they got a pocket. Alright, let's see. With beef and pork jerky chopped and formed. Buffalo Bob's. Kangaroo is the first ingredient. Beef, pork, salt, brown sugar, blah, blah, blah. Spice. Same as the wild boar, but it's not barbecue flavored. It's just jerky flavored. Yeah, it also smells like teriyaki. Tastes like chicken. It's a little drier. It's a little drier than the other two, and it's not as flavorful. I think out of the three, the no, of the three, the wild boar is the most flavorful. And then the buffalo, and then the kangaroo. The kangaroo doesn't have as much flavor. Maybe it's because there's more flavor in there. It kind of dulled the senses. All right. So that's the kangaroo. I mean, it's decent. If that's, if you didn't have anything to compare it to. So let me compare it to the buffalo. Chipotle and garlic. Same texture, except I get the chipotle and garlic. So, not saying that they did this, but they could have conceivably put this without the garlic and chipotle into this and say that's what it is. But if you look at the color, they pretty much look identical. So you gotta, well, yeah, they're pretty identical in color and texture. Yeah, again, they're both good, but you gotta kind of wonder if it all comes out of the same vat. You know what I mean? I'm sure they have to, by law, use whatever is on the label, but if they don't, either somebody would have to tell on them, because I can't tell the difference. I couldn't say, oh, this definitely is not kangaroo. This is, buffalo meat. All right, last but not least, honey habanero garlic from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Gotta wonder why it's called Altoona. Places are named after either the native inhabitants or the founder or the occupation or the industry that was in that location at the time. So I'm wondering if Altoona is like a Native American term. Look it up. All right, here we go. Ooh, that smells good. It doesn't smell habanero-y. Does have a sweet, kind of a sweet and sour smell to it. Let's try a little sample. It's much drier than the Buffalo Bob. It's sweet. I don't sense the smokiness. Unless, you know, obviously it didn't get smoked. Beef, honey, light soy sauce, corn syrup, lactic acid, dark brown sugar, liquid smoke. Yeah, liquid smoke isn't really coming out. Natural hickory smoke flavor, teriyaki sauce, soy sauce, sugar, wine, vinegar, alcohol, modified seasoning, Zaxxan gum. It's good. It's really good flavor. It's definitely not very hot, not very spicy. There's a little kick to it. I like it. It's not completely dry. It's chewy, and it's kind of at a place in between, like the really dry beef jerky and like Jack Links, but it is drier than these. But obviously the texture is not the same because this is real, natural. It's not, well, this is less processed than the Buffalo Bobs. I mean, I like them both. Yeah, now the heat is starting to build. Kind of sneaks up on you. Got the little sweat machine going. This is a good driving snack for sure. Lots of protein. Protein's good. Yeah, this stuff is too good to Chubby Bunny, so I'm gonna call it there. So, Buffalo Bobs and Rougarou jerky. Hey, get a lot of cowbell. All right, jerky bump.